You finish a difficult year at work. Deadlines that kept moving, clients that kept pushing, problems that did not wait. You handle all of it. And then, in a short meeting, your manager says something simple. You got the highest rating. For a moment, it feels clear. Recognition, validation, progress. But a few days later, something feels different. Conversations become shorter. People stop sharing small details. Discussions happen without you. Nothing obvious. No one says anything directly. But the room feels different. And the strange part is, your work has not changed. You are still doing the same job, the same responsibilities, the same expectations. So what actually changed? Think about what happened before that rating. You were not expected to stand out. Maybe you joined late. Maybe the situation was already difficult. There was pressure. There were risks. People were watching to see if you could keep up. But over time, you handled things. You managed clients. You kept work moving. You helped others when things slowed down. Nothing dramatic, just consistent delivery. Then the system made it official. You are the top performer. Now consider how this looks from inside the team. Everyone had a hard year. Late nights, difficult feedback, moments where things almost broke. From their perspective, the effort felt shared. But the outcome is not shared. One person is now placed above the rest. That changes how the group sees itself. In most workplaces, people operate as equals day to day. They collaborate, they exchange information, they solve problems together. But the system behind that collaboration is not equal. It is built to rank. And once that ranking becomes visible, something shifts. The group is no longer flat. It has levels. When levels appear, people start adjusting. Information becomes selective. Conversations become measured. Access becomes controlled. Not because anyone decided to push you out, but because your position in the group changed. There is another layer to this. Top performers do not just deliver results. They also become reference points. Your work becomes a standard. Your decisions start influencing direction. Your presence carries weight. And that creates a different kind of attention. From peers, from managers, and sometimes from both at the same time. You can see this pattern in stories about power. In Succession, a character does not need to claim authority. The moment others start treating them differently, their position changes. The same thing happens here. Recognition changes perception. Perception changes behavior. This is where the confusion usually begins, because from your side, nothing changed. You are still doing the work. But from the system side, something important happened. You moved from contributor to reference point. And reference points are not treated the same way. They are observed more closely, compared more often, and sometimes kept at a distance. This is why top performers can start to feel like targets, not because they did something wrong, but because their position inside the structure changed. And structures respond to that change. If you find yourself in this situation, notice a few small shifts. Who shares information with you? Who waits before responding? Who includes you early and who brings you in later? What you share and when you share it starts to matter more. How visible your work becomes begins to shape how others respond. These are not random changes. They are adjustments. It also helps to remember something simple. Recognition is not just feedback. It is a signal to the entire system. And once that signal is visible, the system reorganizes around it. The distance you feel is not always rejection. It is often the group adjusting to a new balance.
Before we leave, notice how often these patterns feel familiar at work. On this channel, we examine the quiet confusions people experience inside corporate systems and explain the structures that produce them. This is the invisible ladder,